Children, hope you all are safe and good. So children, I told you in my last video that what is the purpose, what is the need of these separation techniques, why we are doing separation of the substances and mixture. So the answer is, sometimes we need a useful product from a mixture, and sometimes we need to remove the unwanted product from the mixture. So for that purpose we should do this separation technique, we should use this separation technique. Okay, so today I am going to explain you the distillation process. So in distillation process, as you can see in the picture, it is a combination of, you should remember that it is a combination of evaporation process and condensation process. So in other ways you can say that evaporation plus condensation is equal to distillation. Okay, and in this distillation, what is the principle behind this distillation? Through this method, in this process, we can separate the mixtures based on their different boiling points. Okay, so one example is given in your book. Example is alcohol and water. Okay, so in this case, as we know, alcohol and water both have different boiling points. As alcohol evaporate and turn into liquid, into water, alcohol vapor stage at approximately 80 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 20 is given here, 80 degrees Celsius. It can be 70, it can be 78, like this. You can see in different books you will get a different one. And water, we all know the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So when the temperature reaches 100 degrees Celsius, then only water will start converted or changing its state from liquid to the water vapor, which is then collected through this condenser, which is fitted with the jet of this water inlet or water jacket. Okay, so this has why we are just providing the water throughout this condenser, to keep the condenser cool. Otherwise what will happen, that it will get the heat, it will become warm, this surface become warm, and the condensation process will not carried out in this case. Okay, so we need to supply a jet of water into the condenser, so that the water vapor coming from this retort or this apparatus cool down and change its state after just striking into the cooler surface. It convert back into the liquid alcohol. Okay, and one important thing you should remember, that in this as you know, both are having different boiling points. So the solution or the substance or solution which that is having the lowest boiling point will evaporate first. So remember. Okay, so in this case alcohol is has the lowest boiling point, so it will come out first. Okay, then liquid will come out next. Okay, so for collecting both the water and alcohol, what we should do, we should use different beaker, empty beaker. Okay, or reservoir. Now have a look. So I am just showing you here, and the same picture is there little bit. In this glass bead is not there, so it is not necessary. Sometimes people are using glass bead, sometimes not. Okay, and what is the use of these glass beads? This glass bead, as you can see here, these glass beads prevent, for example, approximately 70 degree when temperature reach, alcohol start evaporating. Okay, so in that case, sometimes what happen, maybe water vapor content can come. So in that case, what will happen, this glass bead prevent the water droplets from evaporating. Okay, so that is a preventive backflow of the other liquid. So here, as I said, that it is a combination of evaporation and condensation process, and it is based on the principle is work on the different boiling points of the mixture. Okay, so it can be simple distillation and fractional distillation. So now in this I will show you the simple distillation. So through this method we can separate the salt and water, salty water. Okay, that I have explained you in the evaporation method. So we can, for separating salt also and water also, what we can do, we can use the distillation method, simple distillation method. So Through this we can use the solid mixture, soluble one, and liquid mixture, which is also miscible, not immiscible, miscible. And okay, so like unlike evaporation, in this method both component of the mixture are collected. We can collect it and based on the boiling point. So one example is given, salt and water. In your book alcohol and alcohol one is given. So this is the only. So in this method only you should remember the apparatus. So like remember, this is retort or that conical or round bottom flask, you can say. Thermometer is very much needed here. Fractional column is there, fractionated column is there, condenser is there. So all the apparatus are same. So here for fractional distillation we are having Liebig's condenser. Okay, so it is made by this. And the first important thing is we need a fractional distillation. Okay, so this please remember the name of the apparatus for different processes. Like we are using filtration, we are using filter paper and all, funnel and all. You should remember the apparatus. So through this fractional distillation method we can separate a large number of volatile miscible liquids. Okay, but the principle is same. That volatile, for example, there are 6 components that is present in the mixture. So all the 6 has a different boiling point, and if they have the different boiling point, then only we will able to collect it. Okay, when their boiling point reached at that level. So here also you can see it is a method, it is usually separate based on more than 2 components we can separate, as I said, and based on the different boiling points, the same principle. So both functioning on a same principle. So what we do, as we know, when we will heat the mixture, it will vaporize. Okay, it will form the water vapor, it will change its state, and when it reach to the fractionating column, this you can see here, fractionating column. Inside the column they condense, because they condense because these glass beads also act as a condenser, little bit condenser. They are tiny. Okay, and because they are in the way of the water vapor. Okay, so they are blocking. So the fractional, this is a slow process. Okay, but it is a repeated diffusion, means slowly we have to remove all. I will explain you how. So but the main important thing, you should remember, the component with the lowest boiling point vaporizes first. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? So as I told you that here you can see, if we will crude oil, I told you so many times that from the crude oil we will get the petrol, we can get the diesel, we can get the kerosene, we can get the any LPG, gasoline gas. Okay, paraffin wax we can get. So this is the fractional distillation chamber. Okay, full. Now whenever we pass, and furnace means providing heat. Okay, so whenever we pass the crude oil, crude oil is the mixture of so many component. Okay, so here we can see that gasoline has a 150 degree lowest boiling point, and the highest is of this paraffin wax and all 400 degrees Celsius. So when we will start that boiling or heating the crude oil, what will happen? It will evaporate first gasoline, because gasoline has the lowest boiling point, then kerosene, then diesel, then fuel oil. Fuel oil can be petroleum or any other lubricating oil, and then 400 degrees Celsius paraffin wax and other components that is present in the this crude oil. So like this is the, as you know, in maths you have learned that fractions. So fractions means parts. So here also partly we are just separating from the one mixture, partly, or in the fractions we are separating different components based on their different boiling points. Okay, and remember, the lower one we will get the first, then the higher one. So just remember, this is a very only few principles, these principles are there, and remember the lowest one we will get the first, then you will understand this simple distillation method and fractional distillation method. Okay children, so please go through the chapter, and in a class I told you to in a class I told you to Zoom class. I have told you to write the definition and start finding out the exercises also. So thank you children. God bless you all. Thank you beta.